Evening, everybody. I see here a couple of quick notes. Recently heard that President Joseph Biden is embracing TikTok. Now, that confuses the hell out of me because it's already been proven that TikTok is a spying program by the Communist Chinese military upon American citizens. If you have TikTok installed on your phone or on your computer, they know who your friends are, they know your passwords, they know your photos, they know your friends' photos, anything and everything they know about you and your associates, they know. That's what TikTok is so bad. And our illustrious president has decided to embrace TikTok because he says, I have to get the word out to the younger people so that they vote for me. Okay. You want the people that sit there and promote transgenderism, pedophilia, snorting condoms, eating Tide Pods to support you for your election. Okay. I have no idea why anyone would vote for Biden other than they're either being bought off or they are in fact pro-communist. They say freedom. We want the freedom to do whatever we want. Well, that's wrong. You shouldn't have the freedom to do whatever you want because there has to be limitations on what you do. Case in point, ancient Rome. What destroyed the Roman Empire, which lasted for hundreds of years? Decadence. That's right. People doing whatever they want. Sex with girls, sex with boys, sex with animals, legalized prostitution, legalized drug use. Everything was okay. Do whatever you want. Torturing people, beheading people, gladiatorial games where people were murdered in front of you and the people cheered. Okay, that's what destroyed the Roman Empire. They were destroyed from within because they overindulged themselves and never set limits on what they should and shouldn't do. Now the United States is currently headed down that same particular road. Case in point, all the football stadiums, baseball stadiums. Ancient Rome had stadiums too. Gladiatorial games where people killed each other or beat the crap out of each other. What do we have? Football, soccer, baseball, boxing, MMA. You have all the similar links that the ancient Romans had with what's going on within the United States today. Too much freedom, too much diversion of the people away from what's really important, which is how the country is being run. Too many people that are good don't want to get involved. Too many people that are evil are overly involved. There has to be limits on everything that we do within this country, and unfortunately, it's not going to change anytime soon. So, as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, your president is supporting Communist China. What does that mean for us? Well, it means that if he keeps selling us out, we are no longer going to be the U.S. superpower and the home of the free. We are going to be a vassal of the Chinese Communist Party. That's what's happening as of right now. And let's see, what else is going on? Governor Hochul here in New York State is now trying to pass a bill that says in order for you to purchase a rifle, you have to be submitted to a mental health evaluation because they don't want people that are mentally deranged to own a rifle. Governor Hochul, let me ask you this. Why are you so stupid as to make that foolish statement? The massive amount of crime that is going on within New York State and the shootings are not being done by legal, law-abiding gun owners. They are being done by gang members that do not obey the law, do not go through background checks to obtain their weapon, do not do anything legally. So you're targeting the people that you know are easy to target. That means people that obey the law. You refuse to go after the people that don't obey the law. That makes you a fool. That also makes you corrupt, because you're trying to lie to the people, especially people in New York State, saying that this is for their good, when in fact the only thing it's doing is destroying the Second Amendment rights of citizens in this state and making you feel safer because you're still protected by an armed security group. If you're going to go ahead and start playing this game of removing weapons from law-abiding citizens, not caring if the criminals have them, I want you to do this. Remove the entire security force that you have surrounding you 24/7. If you feel that you are safe, then you don't need to have all those weapons around you protecting you from criminals. Because notice, you're not being protected from law-abiding citizens, you're being protected from criminals. So the way I look at it, the way you're thinking is, I'm more important than you are. I need to be protected by armed men carrying weapons. But you, the families of New York State, do not have that right because I am better than you are. That seems to be the premise on what she is doing. So what's going to happen is this. Number one, they already targeted purchasing ammunition. They're using your driving record to say, oh, well, if you're unsafe on the road, you're not going to be safe having ammunition, so we're going to deny you the right to purchase ammunition in New York State. On average right now, it takes over 30 days to get a background check just to buy some .22 ammo to go out target shooting. They're using your driving record against you. So now she wants to pass this bill saying that in order to purchase a rifle, you have to go through a mental health evaluation. Why? It makes no sense. We've already, if you're not being seen by a mental health professional, you shouldn't have to subjugate yourself to that kind of insulting action. Not only that, but think about it. The doctors that are going to be doing these examinations are all going to be working for Hochul, so it's guaranteed you're going to lose. They're also going to go after the veterans because the veterans are trained in the use of these weapons. And they're going to say, well, they were at war, so they have PTSD, so that's a mental disorder, so we're not going to allow them to purchase any weapons. It's an unending trip down a toilet bowl in New York State because of the, I'm going to say, pro-communist, anti-American, anti-Second Amendment bootlickers that are in Albany, and they're all with their lips firmly planted on Governor Hochul's hind end. So this is what's going on in New York. Other than that, the country's still the same. We got 9 million illegals thanks to President Biden, Alejandro Mayorkas, and Anthony Blinken. They refuse to enforce the laws. That's the Attorney General. And that confuses the hell out of me because it's like, wait a second, it's already against federal law for you to come into this country illegally. Anyone coming into this country must go into this country via the ports of entry where they can be properly, checked out. Allowing illegals into this country is against the law. Cutting razor wire to allow illegals into this country is the act of a criminal. And if I were the state of Texas, and if I saw border agents cutting the razor wire to let illegals in, I would be arresting the border agents, and I'd be putting the razor wire back up, telling the illegals, you're not allowed here, go home. It's going to come to this. It's going to get violent. It's going to get nasty, because nobody wants to obey the written law because they're all playing political gamesmanship. Not only that, but look what they're trying to do. They're trying to give more money to Ukraine. For what? Ukraine's president's wife went on a $1 million shopping spree in New York City while her husband was trying to beg for money at the UN. If you have $1 million to blow shopping, you don't need money from other countries. Also, why is the United States getting involved in Ukraine? We don't live in Europe. The European countries surrounding Ukraine should be the ones that are first and foremost involved in support. They don't want Russia going through Ukraine, because if Russia goes through Ukraine, they're going into the rest of Europe. But why is the United States having to foot the bill all the darn time? That's simple. Foolish politicians. ICY out.